Salut guys and welcome to French Guy Cooking. This is what we're gonna cook today. Gorgeous French fries. I have to face it, French cooking is a bit complex. What? I guess by complex you mean sophisticated. No, I mean complicated and confusing. Not easy to understand. But that was before, because today I decided to do some French cooking with only one ingredient, and not every ingredient, not a poshy one. Potato. So here comes the most delicious French fries you have ever tasted. Let's make it. Start of the recipe. Cut potatoes into batons, deep fry them. End of the recipe. If that is so simple, I wonder why I always get fatty and soggy chips, instead of light, crispy and fluffy potato batons. Well, there might be some explanation for that. Let's find out. First, choose the right potato. Indeed, you have to pick the right variety of potato. Maris Piper, Sebago, Russet, and of course, in France, Binge. Peel the potatoes and keep them in a water bowl to prevent them from turning brown. The size also matters. This is embarrassing. You want a decent size so that you're able to cut nice batons out of it. Which leads us to the legitimate question. What are the proper measurements of a French fry? In order to be crispy on the outside and fluffy in the inside, the chip has to be thick. And to understand it, let's have a look at a boring graph. If the chip is too thin, you might end up with only crust. But if it's too thick, it might be tricky to cook it through. Trust me, 1 centimeter or 1/3 of an inch would be perfect. Cut the potatoes as mentioned. Rinse well to prevent them from sticking to each other. Pat them dry and set aside. Before we go any further, let me talk about the cooking secret, because yes, there is one secret. We will deep fry the potato batons not once, but twice. And maybe those cooking freaks know it already, but we, normal people, don't. The first one, at medium temperature, will cook them through. The second, at a very high temperature, will form a crispy crust. Warning you, reckless freak, we're about to deep fry, and guess what? It is dangerous. For example, if you use wet ingredients or if you drop them from a height, oil will splash all over the place, which is a pain. But oil could also splash on your body, which is a real pain. At that point, we say in France, c'est la merde. It is quite unfortunate. So please be careful. Always cook small batches at a time and never fill the container more than a half with oil. Oh, and get one of these. If you have a deep fryer, of course, please use it. It's much easier this way. Otherwise, place a safe amount of oil in a Dutch oven or in a heavy bottom pan. Heat the oil to 130 Celsius or 266 Fahrenheit. If you don't have a kitchen thermometer, and it's likely the case, because you know, that's the crisis and all, and it's boring and it takes place and you don't have so much space and... okay, you get it. This is what it should look like when you drop one chip in the oil. You see that gentle boil? Not dead, but not a frenzy either. Gently place a small amount in the oil. The first frying will be over when you can break them apart easily. It's about 7 to 10 minutes. They should not turn any brown. Drain and place them on a cooling rack. Just let them completely cool down. Second fry. Bring the oil to 180 Celsius. Again, here's what it should look like when you drop a chip in it. A dangerous looking boil for a reason. Carefully place a small amount of them in the oil. I like my French fries golden brown, so in my case it's about 4 minutes. But feel free to remove them when the color suits you. Drain them and place them on a kitchen paper to remove any excess of oil. Immediately add some salt. Let them cool down if you can. And that, my friend, is a proper French fry. Crispy, light, fluffy. Who would have thought that a one-ingredient recipe would be that scrumptious? To go with these lovely French fries, I would recommend a sauce Tartare, which is basically a mayo sauce, but with some shallots and some herbs finely chopped. Add some chili to it to give it more kick. You know what? I have to be honest with you guys. French fries are not coming from France. They are coming from Belgium. My life. is in danger. Which means that we should call them Belgian fries. I mean, it's true, but the Belgian, they speak French, so I guess it's their fault too. Leave that aside, let's call them simply French fries. I really hope you like this recipe, so share it, comment, like, and don't forget to subscribe for the next video. Salut!